moving ahead with how to target a good publication, how do we see the nitty-gritties of good publication, where should you go about it, and where to find good articles. I'll be just briefing on something. Before that, Sir has actually given us a brief about research methodology. He has actually given us the important topics. If you need to dwell more into it, you should join this course, Research Methodology, which is available on Into Legal World. And we have prominent guest speakers there, and I'm the faculty of that particular course. And we've taught in detail whatever was discussed in this webinar. And continuing with this, let me just briefly tell you why should you target good journals, why and how do you target them. Before you target them, before you do anything, let me just show you what is a database, what is the research metrics. I will start presenting now. So let me just start by saying that in this time, we are actually dependent on all the online resources. We cannot go manually to any library, or we cannot go to somewhere there are catalogs and pick up articles or books or journals and research them. So we are entirely dependent on online resources. So online resources, also known as databases, they're nothing but records of logically related information, and in the form of files and folders. They are in two modes, online and manual, where online you can retrieve them through your internet, or maybe through intranet. There are certain softwares which are available in different institutes. Manually, you have obviously the libraries, you have indexes, you have different catalogs that are available there. In this webinar, we'll be focusing more on online databases. Just remember that online databases, they are focused on real-time sharing. So what do you mean by that? That it enables the users to access the information simultaneously by communicating to the host. So if you're typing that information that you want a certain article on, let's say, entrepreneurship. So you type the word entrepreneurship, and in real time, you get all the articles, all the things that are related to entrepreneurship. Next, they are continuously updated records. So be sure that whatever you're searching, these databases, the authentic databases, are continuously updated. And if you have a publication, if someone publishes in that particular field, you will, rest assured, be getting that in the form of either frames in which you'll be getting to the audience with greater ease, accuracy, and speed. Next, let's see how do you actually search in a database. So there are online databases. There they have records, and in those records you have particular fields. Fields can be anything like the author, the title, the category in which you are trying to search. Let me just show you how to do that. I'll just be going to one of the here. So we have a database called Scopus, and let's say I want a subject area law. So I've typed in law, or I've selected, let's say, law here, and I apply this. So Scopus is one of the database which is highly recommended by UGC, and if you are into research, you know that Scopus is mostly all the universities and institutes have made it mandatory to actually search in Scopus and get your articles published in Scopus index journals. So let's see, I had typed in law. So anything that is related to law, all the journals have come in. Now you can select them individually. You can filter it from here. You have filters here. You can display with minimum citations, with maximum documents, published in first quartile, second quartile, published a particular, you want a particular book series, you want certain conference proceedings related to law. All these filters are there, so it's easy for you. So it's, like I said, the database are actually focusing on the ease of the user. Next, what are the characteristics of database? They are actually organized. The online databases, the contents are really organized. And what you do here is, The document types and systems, they are organized in a suitable manner so that it becomes easy for you. The credibility is there, so any online databases that are there, they are recorded, the contents are recorded, they are reviewed by subject experts and publishers to maintain the credibility. The usability is well defined by the organization. And the fourth point here is the conversational. So searches in the online databases, they're conducted in a two-way communication between the searcher and the system, in which each gets a chance to actually communicate with each other. Fifth one is the expert system. The online databases are characterized as per the expert system that provides information on specialized areas of knowledge. Example, you have a nuclear database and it gathers specific information on nuclear sciences. Or for example, like we just searched, we have a law database, so it gives you all the specific information related to law. Then they have controlled vocabulary to support searching. These online databases actually use their own controlled vocabulary that they have. So be rest assured that the keywords that you're usually asked, these are the controlled vocabulary that they're mainly focusing on. Then we have permanence. Permanence is nothing but published documents such as journals, reviews, and they are there in the form of online database and they are there permanently. So any information that you need, they will be there, rest assured, unless of course there are some cases of plagiarism. So in that case, they retrieve those articles and books. So practice good ethics here. Also, second last point that we have is they are up to date. So any online databases, like I said, they are current, they are having current information, they are up to date. And last but not the least, they are online real-time sharing. So which means that the processing is online and in real time, and the computer is equally sharing everything with everyone that is there in the audience. So if you're searching, it is processing on real-time basis. Okay, now we studied what database is, what are the characteristics. Let's just study how many types of databases are, so that you're able to understand which database should you go for. So on the basis of information, if you want a full text data article, you should go for either Emerald Insight, you should maybe go for Wiley, or you can go for JSTOR. These are reliable databases. If you want just the reference part, you can go for, let's say you can go for the bibliographical databases that are there, like Indian Citation Index is there, Scopus is there, like I just said, Web of Science. These are the authentic ones that I've listed. Then if you want certain numeric data, you can go to CompuStat, you can go to ProQuest. If you want multimedia databases, you can go to ArtStore or Academic Video Online. If you want certain data on the basis of the scope of the data, whether you want a discipline-centric or a general one or a specific to certain specific area, these are the different examples. If it's general, you can obviously search in EBSCO or Britannica is there. If it's discipline specific, go for SOC Index or Public Affairs Information Services. If it's subject specific, you can go for maybe historical abstracts or PsycInfo. Another basis on which you can search is on the basis of the content. So if you want certain articles, you can search those articles in Google Scholar. All you need to do is just type the keywords. Or you want certain dissertation, then you go to ProQuest or you go to Ethos. If you want citations of particular articles, so if you're citing this particular paper and you want the citation go for Scopus or Web of Science, they have good citations there. Also, if you're going for audio-visual database, you can go for audio-visual database of Spoken American English or Academic Video Online. And there are certain Indian databases as well, but be sure that they are authentic. Then if you want an online catalog, you can go for InCat or WorldCat. For dictionary, you have Oxford English Dictionary, Chemical Substance Dictionary. For dictionary databases, you have Electronic Yellow Pages or Encyclopedia. For indexing and abstracts only, you can go for SOC Index or Educational Research Abstracts. Lastly, but not the least, if you are searching on the basis of providers who are the publishers, then you can go for Oxford University Press or Taylor and Francis. Be rest assured, if you're going for these two publishers, then they have authentic articles, they have authentic books, publications, because they are actually authentic in nature. If you go for institutional databases, you can go for PsycInfo or Inconlit or similar. If you are going for the last one, you can easily log into Ebesco. Mostly what the researchers these days focus on, there are certain databases that we as researchers are mandatory to search in. These are the main databases, the important ones for researcher belonging to any field. So Scopus is there, Emerald is there, JSTOR, Science Direct, Taylor and Francis, Web of Science, Wiley Online, Annual Reviews, Cambridge University Press, Oxford University Press, or Project Muse. Rest assured, if you're searching from these databases, you have good articles in your hand and you have a very good literature review, which you'll be synthesizing based on the articles that are published here. If since we are into legal world and we'll be focusing more on legal, so if you're a legal researcher, these are the database that you should be going for. These are LexisNexis Academics, Westlaw, Taxman Online, Manopatra, CLA Online, Air Infotech, Law Street India, SCC Online, Hain Online. Now, I've said a lot of times that you need to focus on the citations. What are the citations? What do you mean by citations? So citations are nothing but the number of times that your article has been read and cited or referred by someone in a publication. So how do we come to know that? We come to know about that through research metrics. Metrics, as you know, means measurement. And in academic publishing industry, we measure the impact of published research based on various metrics. For example, if you look how many times has a paper been cited by a specific author or a specific article in a specific journal, we see the citations. There are 3 levels of citations. One is the journal level, second is the article level, and the third is the author level. In the journal level, what do we have? We have 3 different ways in which you can see the citation. One is the impact factor, second is the eigen factor, and third is the SC Imago Journal rank. These are the 3 important citations that one sees. The impact factor is nothing but it is a form of research metric which has been used very frequently. The metrics is actually published on the annual basis and can often be found in websites. So if you go to, let's say, Scopus, I'll just show you, I'll present you here. Let's just go to Scopus here. All right. And if you want a citations, a site score, see, if you see the site score here, these are actually the citations that I'm looking for. So for this particular journal, the site score is 10.3. If you want a good site score, just go to Scopus and you can easily find the site score here. If I wanted an increasing or decreasing order, I can change it here. It's completely dependent on what you want. It's very user friendly and I really suggest that you should go for this one. Next, in journal level metrics, I just showed you what a site score is. It is a new metrics by Scopus and includes 8 complementary indicators such as site score tracker, site score percentile, citation count, and more. Next, which is majorly used by most of the academicians or researchers, is the H5 index or the H index. H index actually tells you the number of times the articles have been published in the last, articles have been cited in the last 5 years. And they should have that minimum level of citations. So this is actually easily found on Google Scholar. Let's just go to Google Scholar and see for ourselves. So, okay. So it's taking a bit of time. So category is there. You want to, let's say, go into social sciences. All right. In social sciences, I have a subcategory. Let's say I want to go into international law. Okay. Now, international law, it has H5 index here. So you can see American Journal of International Law Unbound. It has a H5 index of 25. So this is the highest index site score that one can have. So if you are targeting your articles and you want good articles, be rest assured that they should have a site H index of more than 20. Which is the minimum site score that is shown, 14. So if it is having a H index of more than 14, it is a good article and it has been published in a good journal. All right, so let's just go back to the second level here. The second level is the article level metrics. So we've seen if it's in the journal level metrics, the site score or the H index should be seen. If it's an article level metrics, you want to see the number of times that particular article has been cited. You calculate the alt metrics. This includes the peer reviews, the citation of Wikipedia, or the most common is Mendeley. If you are into publication, you should, I'm suggesting you should really use either Mendeley or EndNote to see the citations of that article. All right. Last but not the least, we have the author level metrics. The author level metrics, like the journal level metrics, has different ways in which it can be cited. One is the H index, then is the G index, and then it is the Google Scholar. So H index is nothing but it quantifies the individual scientific research output if you want to see the number of times that particular author. So a particular author can have multiple papers, but if that particular author is cited, it will show you the H index of that particular author. Let's just see an example of that. Okay, let me just type a name of the author maybe. Okay, I want to see the metrics. So I type in metrics. I want to search for, let's say, Philip Kotler. Okay, I'm into metrics. I will search in Google Scholar search engine for the particular author. Philip Kotler. I have him here. I have Philip Kotler here. See, the particular article has been cited in 27 times, and it is found in Science Direct. The database found is in Science Direct. So this is where we searched for Google Scholar. G index it indicates the largest number which is found, and it is actually a square of G that can be found. So if you're searching for G index as well, it is a good way to go for a citation. All right, let's just quickly see how you can target good publications. See, a good Nature is the publication which is having currently the highest number of citations. So if you want your article to be in Nature and your field matches with that of Nature, go for Nature. Target that database and go for that. But if your article is lying in some other categories, you be rest assured you have to type in that category or select that category. Automatically the journals will come. This is a Google Scholar database that I'm using. The journals will come, and supposing I want Journal of Communication, because this H index is good. So I will go for Journal of Communication here. And I have all the articles that have been published in Journal of Communication, and see cited by these many number of authors or people since 2015. These are the citations for each article. And if you want to see the article, just simply select that. So you have the abstract here. You even have how to cite it. If you want to cite it, select cite, and you will have the different format of citation. Okay, now each field follows a different format of citation. Let me just get back. So I'm done with my screen sharing. I'll just quickly let you know that each field has a different format of citing those particular articles that have been published. So in supposing my field, management field, we follow APA. In supposing law, you can follow Oxford or APA as well, or MLA. There is a book that is there for each type of citations. There is no way to learn it. All you need to do is have it with you, and just refer to it whenever you're citing a different journal, or you're citing a different book, or you're citing a different article. There are different ways in which they are given, that if you're citing, let's supposing a white paper, then there is a different format. In APA, there is a different format in which you have to cite it. But just follow good ethics of research and cite them. And if you cite them, it will automatically show on any good database that this article has been cited. And this is how the whole process works. And this is how your citation also grows.